Hi, I am Rashid Rubino, second year software engineering student.
I am Jenny Rose Swalan, a second year software engineering student.
Hello, I'm Chloe Estilo, a second year student.
Hi, I'm Pia Bonilla, a part-time instructor in software engineering department.
As a woman in the field of tech, do you think there will be a difference in your career opportunities or paths as compared to men in tech? Yes, I do believe that there will be a difference in the career opportunities and paths between us na women compared sa mga lalaki namin peers. Because I think men will probably have greater pay or like more chances for promotion, which is sad. Kasi I know naman na women can do things equally as good as men. But I think it also depends naman on the environment you're working in and you're applying to. If progressive enough naman sila, then maybe, yeah, I think there will be equality naman, pero it depends. Yeah. So hopefully, I think in the future, these not so progressive companies can improve pa and, accommodate women. So what do you think, Jenny?
I think I would agree with Ash na somehow there will be like a difference when it comes to career opportunities and paths. But I also think na aside from the environment for which the person is working, I think also depends sa interest. I think the story career path na gina-pursue sa a certain or a man or men are different in quite like in some aspects compared to women. So, how about you, Flo? What do you think?
Yeah, so I agree with Ash, and I think one of the most, things that I noticed is that people expect more from us. Like, you should do this, you should do that, and then, not to sound really picky, but men are given more credit for it, even though women do such things. So it's really hard for us to make a name for ourselves because we need to do more than what we are expected to do.
Listening to your answers, why, girls, why? We need to believe, because if we don't believe in ourselves, who would believe in us, right? So we need to prove to them or to men out there that we also have the capabilities that they have in the career, in whatever career we have. And somehow we can say that in today's generation, we are very lucky that we don't live in the world where our grandmothers lived, in where career choices for women were so limited, right? Before. And in the software industry field, in the field that we chose, we girls have the environment that has no bias. So we women can be a senior developer, can be a senior project manager, a senior quality assurance, or even the CEO of our own company. So it's all about that self-confidence and believing in yourself attitude, that whatever gender you have, you will eventually get the success that you aim for.
They say men are more logical than women, and SE is all about logic. So, do you agree or disagree? So I think I would break down the question into two parts. The first is for men are more logical than women. Okay. I think I would just say now men think differently compared to women. That doesn't situate them above us, or that doesn't put us women below them. I think it's more of not being worse or better, but just different. For the second part, which is about it says that SE is all about logic. I think logic is significant in software engineering field, but I don't think it's not the core of it, or it's not like everything about it. So how about you, Ash? What do you think?
I agree with you, Jenny. I think this question implicates that men are better in SE since they're more logical. But yeah, I beg to differ. I think this is just a stereotype na kung babae ka, emotional ka, tapos kung lalaki ka, mas logical ka, chuchunes. Pero, I'm a woman. Charot. I mean, babae naman ako. And I think I can be as logical as men. Even more. Charot. And I think I can be a good software engineer. Kasi babae ako.
Yes.
And I think, yes, diba? And I think yung thinking na mas logical ang men, not only happens in SE but also everywhere.
Yeah, Ash is right, I beg to disagree with it. I think it's really an advantage for us women because, we tend to think about things, way deeper, and we tend to think a lot of things, like different scenarios with different results. And I think that's a big advantage for us as students being a woman.
Okay, for me as well, I actually don't agree. Yeah, I actually don't agree that men are more logical than women. I graduated software engineering with 19 boys. Yeah, 19 boys and 7 girls in my batch. And not because software engineering is dominated by men, it doesn't mean that they are like superior to women. Men and women are both logical in their own ways. So I just want to share this story. When I was in college, we have this reporting in an engineering subject. So I am in a team of 5 boys, with 5 boys and 2 girls. So me and my girl group mate offered to do the slides of the reporting. We then practiced for the reporting. However, the 5 boys in our group didn't even bother to read or go over the slides that we will be presenting in the class. But guys, amazingly, they delivered their report much better than us. I asked them, how did they do that? How did you do that? They just gave me a simple answer. He said, because sagad kuya mo. So it is really that self-confidence and trust in yourself. As women sometimes underestimate our own capabilities, and we always overthink. And again, it's all about that self-confidence.
What resources or advice have you found most useful in your journey that got you this far? Before I started as a freshman, someone told me that I should be a team player because, everyone will appreciate a person who works well alongside other people rather than someone who works alone. So being a team player raises how people respect you, and at the same time, it builds a strong network and relationship with people around you and makes them, act the same way towards you.
One advice that I can say is you should also be a team player and have discipline and time management skills. Because personally, I like working alone, individually, before SE, since I can work at my own pace, aka grabbing. But I know that SE, in the field, we will always be working with teams. I think that's the most important advice for me.
Yes, I also agree with Ash and Chloe na you have to be a team player then, because it inspires, and you will actually think that you're not going through battles alone, especially in college. You will feel like you have people you can depend on, especially on moments where you're indecisive and you really don't know what to do. Like having to work with some friends, or yeah, being a team player really does help you. How about you, ma'am?
I agree with you guys with the team player attitude. Also, learning time management, because there are lots of projects, there are lots of subjects for you to study, for you to do. So, time management is really important. For my own advice or like resources, is Google is really your friend here in college. And for the advice, first is like go out of your comfort zone. Like, don't be afraid to try new things. You may consider like taking on a new or difficult task that you are not comfortable with for you to expand your skill set. It's always better, it's always best for you guys to try other things and not focus on the things that you already know. Number two is view every person you meet as a door that may lead you to a new opportunity. We cannot deny the fact that we need connections in our life. Connections makes our life easier. You never know how a person can add to your life, professionally or personally. Just like your classmates. Maybe for now, they are your classmates, but someday, maybe they will be the ones who will lead you to a path where you don't expect to be. Another advice is think of yourself as a lifelong learner. When you learn continuously, you can gain more skills and become flexible and adaptable in your career path. And it gives you an attitude to not be afraid or to be always curious and ask questions. You should maintain that attitude. Asking questions will build your knowledge and contribute to your learning process. There is no dumb question. Just don't be afraid to ask. And search for the value in feedback or criticism. Don't be afraid to ask feedback. Don't be afraid to hear bad feedback. And don't treat that feedbacks or criticism negatively. Each piece of that feedback you receive really matters. You can use that to help you grow and further develop your career, personal development. Find a job you enjoy after graduation. I experienced working as a business analyst, quality assurance, and developer. But I did not last long in those positions. For I had my project manager job for 3 years and 5 months now. So when you enjoy the work you're doing and the people you work with, you'll find that time passes effortlessly. This is really true, guys. It may take a while to find a job that is a good fit for you, but it is worth the search. Once you find a job that you enjoy, you will be willing to contribute more and work will likely feel less work. That's all.
Thank you, ma'am, for those advice. Okay. That's all for this episode. Thank you guys for listening. Like and subscribe to our channel.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.